Hello and welcome to Cards by Kendra. Today I'm excited to share some Easter cards that I made using the Queen & Company Easter egg shaped shaker kit. This is the first time I've ever purchased a kit from them, and I absolutely love how easy it is to make these shaker cards. This is the contents of the kit. It comes with that die that you see there on the right, along with some envelopes and some pre-made card bases. Now you can make additional card bases with this die that you see here. It also comes with 4 pre-cut foam shapes. So they're already cut down. It makes it easy. You don't have to worry about trying to use foam tape. And then it also has these 4 acetate shapes. And it also includes some Easter stamps. That bottom one says Welcome Spring, so you can actually use that for other occasions other than Easter. And to decorate these cards, I'm using the I Love Easter paper pad from Echo Park. And I'll quickly show you the different papers that come in this paper pad. There's 6 different designs, and they are double-sided. They have cute little Easter eggs and baskets and Easter bunnies and chicks. There are quite a few cut-aparts in this paper pad, which I didn't end up using to make these shaker cards, but I did use one of the cut-aparts to cut out a bunny to decorate the side. There's some carrots on the back of that one there. And this pink one has little tiny flowers. I know it's hard to see here on camera, but that's super cute. And then of course the gingham, which is probably my favorite. And because there's 6 different designs, you will get a total of 4 of each design, since there's 24 sheets in this paper pad. So let's go ahead and get started. So I've picked out these 4 different designs for the background of my Easter eggs. And so I'm going to go ahead and cut these out using this metal die here and my Big Shot. Now I've picked out some matching colored cardstock from my stash. I'm using Rococo Rose, Daffodil Delight, Balmy Blue, and Coastal Cabana. And I'm going to use these to cut out that stitched chevron shaped die. And now that I have these cut out, I'm going to go ahead and start adhering them. So I'm going to glue each of the shapes that I've cut out down to my card base using some Tombow permanent adhesive. Now, rather than using a tape runner, I would highly recommend using some liquid adhesive. That way you'll have a little bit of time to scoot the shape to line up directly with the edge of the card base, and it won't hang over the edge. I think I switched over to some liquid adhesive after I put together this first card. So let me go ahead and show you how I created the first card, and then I'll show you all 4 cards there at the end. So the first thing I did was remove those middle foam chevron pieces, and now I'm going to remove the backing for the adhesive just on the pieces that I want to stick to the card, and then those larger egg pieces I'll pop out here in just a second. I'm just trying to line up the edges of the foam with the edges of my card base. And I want to press down along each of the pieces that have adhesive on the back so that it will stick to the card. And now I'm going to remove those larger egg pieces. Now for the shaker bits, I'm using the Queen & Company Spring Fling Fancy Fusions. And it's got some cute little flowers and just different spring colored bits in it. And I'm also trying to use my Recollections micro bead set. I bought these on clearance a while back, and I think they were on clearance because the container is very hard to open. You'll see that I have it in a Ziploc bag. That's because when I opened it the first time, beads went everywhere. They flew everywhere, and I was stepping on beads I'm still stepping on beads. But anyway, you know those cartoons where you see the characters running on marbles and they eventually fall? That was what it was like. I never fell, but I still slipped on beads for weeks. So now I'm just trying to apply these bits into the spring fling bits into the larger pieces, and I only wanted the little blue micro beads there in the middle. So now I'm removing the adhesive backing so that I can apply the acetate sheet on top. Here I'm just trying to decide which one of those colored cardstocks I like best with the shaker bits now in them. And because there's a lot of yellow in the Spring Fling set, I just decided to go with the Daffodil Delight. So I'm using some Gina K Connect liquid glue to attach this top piece, and then it'll be time to decorate. Before we start the decorating on that first card, I'm going to go ahead and add my shaker bits to the other cards that I've already put together up to this point. And I'm going to finish off using my spring fling, and then I'm going to use some other sequin mixes that I have on hand for the other two. Now on this second card here, I think I added a little bit too much. I decided not to put anything in the middle between those strap pieces. And I kind of wish that I had, but those little micro beads were just too messy. I didn't want to mess with those anymore. But like I said, I think I put too many. Now for these other two, this is my shaker case that I was super excited to get. It holds a lot, and as you can see, I have lots of empty containers, so I need to buy some more sequin mixes. I'm so excited about the Sparkle Blend sale that is in the Etsy store from Doodle's Paper Playground. So if you haven't checked that out, please click on the link in the description box below and look at all those awesome sequin mixes that they have to offer. And this one is from HoneyBee Stamps, and I believe it's called Butterfly Kisses. I'll confirm that, but I'll list all of the products that I'm using to make these cards in the description box below. Now this last sequin mix, I honestly don't know where I got it. I was so excited when I got my case that I started putting all my sequins in it, and I was labeling away, and I don't know what happened. I guess I didn't label this one. But this just has a bunch of different spring colors in it as well. Now I am going to go ahead and stamp out all of my greetings for the cards. I'm placing the stamps that were in the kit on my Misty stamping platform, and I'm using a sheet of Nina Solar White 80-pound cardstock and some Coastal Cabana ink. And so once I have stamped these out, I will be cutting these apart, trying to make them as small as possible because I want to make sure that the majority of the egg is showing. So to cut these out, I'm using my new Tim Holtz guillotine paper trimmer. And I'm just going to trim them down even smaller using my mini snips. So now that I have all of my sentiments ready, I'm looking for some other items to add a little bit more interest. So I decided to cut out one of those cut-aparts, cut out the little Easter basket there. And I'm going to use these leftover paper scraps to make frames for each of the sentiments. Now, I don't typically use scissors to make my frames. I usually use my paper trimmer, but because these pattern papers have either lines or a line of flowers, it's easy for me to make a straight cut. So here I'm just going to adhere all of these down, and I'm using some Nuvo Deluxe adhesive this time, and I'm going to pop up this little Easter basket using some foam tape. I found some matching spring colored buttons in my stash, so I'm just going to add those with some glue dots. Now I have these fabric butterflies with glitter on the wings that I've had for a while, and I haven't had a chance to use them, and I thought that they would work perfect for this. So I'm going to add fabric butterflies to the other eggs. Now I'm only going to add glue here to the center of this butterfly and the tips of the wings, just because I want it to stick up off the card a little bit. And I'm going to use my reverse tweezers to hold it in place while it dries. Now I didn't really like the colors of the butterflies that were left. They didn't match the paper exactly, so I decided not to use them. But instead I'm going to make some smaller Easter eggs to decorate this last card with. I'm using the paper punch from Stampin' Up! It's called Balloon Bouquet, and it's no longer available, but I'm sure you can find it somewhere on the internet. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to take my scissors and cut off the little tie piece and shape it down to make it look more like an egg. And since I cut out two of the same type of paper, I'm going to end up using just the one, and then I'll cut out the smaller balloon from a different scrap. So I really like this multicolored plaid paper here. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this one out, and I'll make that be my smaller egg. Now that I have my Easter eggs cut out, I'm going to go ahead and continue that chevron pattern that's on the big egg, just to kind of give it a little bit more interest. And I'm doing that to both eggs, and then I'm going to set these aside to dry. So now I'm going to move on to a different card. I thought that the one that said Welcome Spring needed some other little something, so I have these sticker packs from Doodlebug Design. This one is the Spring, not sure exactly of the name, but I'll put it in the description box below. But I just added a couple of flowers in a pot right above the sentiment there. And here, once I glued down my eggs, I decided to add a little flower just to finish it off, and then I put a couple of sticky pearls on there. This one I did not put enough shaker bits in my card, but this one I think I put too many. I don't know. What do you guys think? What's the right amount? I don't know if there is a rule. I guess it's all on personal preference. But here I just added another little pearl to the Welcome Spring sentiment there. And then this one I used some Easter eggs out of another sticker pack from Doodlebug Design. And then this one says sending you some Easter greetings, and then I added a little pearl there. And then for the last card, this is the one where I used the ephemera, or the cut apart from the paper pad, and I cut out that little Easter basket, and then I added some buttons, and I forgot to glue down my little baker's twine bow, but I'll add that there. And then this finishes up my cards. I think these turned out really cute. You'll have to let me know which one is your favorite in the comments below. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a big thumbs up. And if you're not already a subscriber, please click on that subscribe button down below and turn on those notifications. Don't forget, you can also find more card inspiration on my Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest pages, as well as my website at cardsbykendra.com. I thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day and a happy Easter.